everyone, welcome back to Sugar Mama TV. I am financial planner Canna Campbell. Just a quick reminder to make sure, number one, you are subscribed to this YouTube channel and that notification bell is switched on. And, because we're back with Susie, you are following Susie on Instagram and of course Sugar Mama TV for all of your inspiration, motivation for eating healthily, sticking to your budgets, and of course achieving your financial goals and your lifestyle goals.
Your nutritional goals on
exactly.
a budget.
All right, so we're here to help you improve your life in many different directions. Susie is going to share with us quick, healthy, budget-friendly snacks that you can make at home, so there is no excuse to break your budget and order takeaway or home delivery.
And particularly for the family, if they're looking for more of a treat meal, how to do it at home so it's more nutritious and cheaper. So, pizza. Everyone loves pizza. And the great thing is you can do it with often minimal ingredients from what you've got at home. So
and you can eat up the bits. Like if there's half a tomato or half an avocado or a quarter of a Spanish onion, I throw all my bits onto the pizza.
Or like a little bit of cheese, you can grate it down and really make the most. So, and the good thing is there's lots of pizza-based options which are 100% better than they ever used to be. So my original go-to is like a wholemeal Lebanese bread. They retail for about $4 for 6, so that's going to feed a whole family if you've got a couple of kids. And the other thing is if you don't, you can always freeze those to make sure that you're getting maximum use. And they're higher in fibre than the white bases, but there are...
Well, sorry, no, I was going to say, my trick, because I sometimes find the pizza bases towards the center get a bit soggy. So what I do is I actually put my pizza bases in the oven for about 5 minutes before I put any ingredients so that they're crunchy all the way through, and it makes a big difference.
That's a nice tip. Yeah. A little trick. And then there's also some new higher protein bases I've picked up. There's 2 for $5. Okay. And nutritionally that means you can actually have the whole thing, particularly if you're weight conscious, you're trying to watch your calories. So that's another great option. They're about $2.50 each, so a little bit more expensive. But options as well if you're only cooking for 1 or 2, you've got a smaller pack so you're less likely to waste it. And then, you know, throw a bit of tomato passata, a bit of tomato paste, whatever cheese you've got, whether it's ricotta, whether it's goat's cheese, a little bit of leftover feta,
and you can
or
mix
grated cheese.
Mix
100%. 100%. And then I just tend to throw whatever veggies I've got. You know, if we've got some pumpkin, zucchini, you can do it really plain and just do tomato with a little bit of basil and use your herbs that are in the cupboard. You don't even have to worry about going and getting the fresh ones. Or if you're a meat person or a meat family and you might have some leftover chicken or some ham from the lunches, bacon, you can really flavour with whichever you want. And what I've noticed with my own kids, they don't care if the pizza's from the shop or I've made it. They just love the idea of pizza. So it's about just having a more nutritious base, really cost effective, and you can make it quite healthy.
And make it fun. You make it, get the kids so they can use their hands, they can throw the food together, and I find it a great way of getting vegetables into my kids without the pushback.
They love, whenever they're involved in cooking, it is good for their overall development, their understanding of food, they're much more likely to consume it. Chop up the ingredients, you can do it as a platter in the middle and they can make their own. It's a really fun activity.
Fun.
And pizza's probably one of my go-tos because you can make it really healthy. And that doesn't take long.
No,
it's just a bit of chopping and then in the oven and crisping your base first and
exactly.
off you go.
All right, hit me up with the other tips.
The other go-tos I have is I love homemade chips and I would make them most nights for the kids. Whether I've got potato or whether I've got sweet potato. And if you want to really extend, you can actually do it with pumpkin and zucchini as well if your kids are a bit more open to that.
So you don't need one of those big, bulky, expensive humidifiers?
No, I never use that.
Okay.
All I do is peel, chop, oven. They do take about 40 to 60 minutes, so give yourself that time.
Okay, that's good to know.
And I always just use Australian extra virgin olive oil, and I am quite liberal with it because it gives a better tasting chip. I salt them at the end, so yes, I do give them some flavour, or you could use seasoning. There's a lot of those available as well. But they are a go-to not only on the weekends as a treat. I use them most nights for the kids to get their veggies into them. And again, they're not, when you order chips from the takeaway or fast food, they're always soggy. Whereas these are delicious, nutritious, and you're getting the nutritional benefits of good quality oil.
On the question of oil, what's the brand that you recommend as being the best nutritional value?
I don't have a relationship with this group. It's not a sponsored post. But Australian dietitians love Cobram Estate extra virgin olive oil because it is really high in antioxidants. It's a great tasting oil. You can buy it in bulk so it becomes more cost effective, and I love to support Australian brands, and that cooks beautifully. People often think you can't cook with olive oil, but if it's good quality extra virgin olive oil, you absolutely can. I probably wouldn't deep fry with it, but when it comes to roasting, baking, 100% it's the only oil I have at home.
Okay, that's so interesting to know because I always get very overwhelmed in the oil section. I'm like, what am I doing? Where do I go? And I literally just go with the cheapest. So that's not the
And
best.
I always pour, actually. I don't spray, because when you spray, it's processing the oil more. You lose some of the antioxidants. So I use the fresh, and I'm very liberal with it because it's quite nutritious and you get a more filling chip as well.
Okay. All right, next
burgers.
Okay.
Because we love burger. If you've got a little bit more time and you like to do a bit of food prep, you can make a burger out of any mince that you have, whether it's a lean beef. I love turkey because you can get, they come in at about $5 or $6 for a big 500 gram container. You can get an extra lean variety. There's also chicken mince. As I said, you could do it with whatever, a little bit of onion, a little bit of breadcrumbs, and make your own burger. And then you can team it with whatever you like. If you're going low carb, you can do it with lettuce. If you want to do it with leftover English muffins for the kids, you might buy a packet of bread rolls. You might just do it with toasted bread. But a burger with some sweet potato fries at home, again, often tastes better. It's not soggy, it's fresh, you're getting lean mince. And if you're really budget conscious, the turkey mince in particular tends to be the cheapest at supermarket. The other go-to when people are ordering is Asian cuisine, Thai stir fries.
I love Thai.
And unfortunately, the issue with those is they're often frying in vegetable oil, which really isn't very good for us. They're really liberal. The meats they often add are really fatty, so they're using, say, chicken thigh and fattier cuts, and you just don't get necessarily the veggies, and they're using full cream coconut milk, so you do get a big whack of saturated fat. And you can recreate that at home so easily. Just with, you've got some, I think you've got coconut cream or coconut milk. You can do it with some curry powder. You can also do it with light evaporated milk and use some of the curry paste with that.
I've recently been making my own stir fries, and I'm actually embarrassed as to how easy it is. There I am thinking I could never make something as complicated as a green curry, but yes, I can. It's just literally the paste and the cream is the key ingredients, and you know, obviously maybe some lemongrass or something like that, but it's actually budget friendly and really easy, and a great way to eat up all the leftover vegetables.
And you can use a frozen pack. I think I paid $3.80 for a massive bag of mixed frozen veggies, but you could again throw in anything you've got left over from the week. You can use your carrots, zucchinis, which are generally pretty inexpensive. Now, I also love the rices that are mixed, so these packets are great because they're, you know, cooked really quickly. You don't need a rice cooker. There's a brown, a black rice. They're higher in fibre. They look prettier. And more tasty. They've got a nutty taste. But I will also say that if you are not even keen to do that and open those jars, you can actually buy some of the pre-mixed sauces. They're a little bit more expensive. You might pay $3 for one, but then you don't even have to buy the individuals, and you can throw that in. And they're actually quite good. So it's really, really easy to make a nutritious stir fry, and they take like 5 minutes, which is great.
And I will point out, all of these meals are $10 or less. Which is so it is so much easier to stick to your budget if you food prep, have a few key ingredients at home, and there's no excuses.
And I think a lot of it comes down to using what you have. Because so often you get motivated to eat healthier, and you go and you buy all the ingredients and come home with a $200 shop. I would encourage you to do is go into the fridge, as we've done a little bit today, putting this together. What have you got, Canna? What can we use and throw together? And we wouldn't have to buy anything. It's all already there, even if it's one random potato. You know, you can put it together and make a very nutritious meal and reduce food waste, which we're all very guilty of. And then my final favourite is popcorn, because of course the kids are often looking for snacks. Now, we might buy bags of popcorn, but any kind of packaged food in the pre-made bags is not inexpensive. And the other issue is, of course, we eat the whole lot when we buy it. I think I saw some rice snacks that were flavoured were like $4 for the bag. Now, that would feed 1 or 2 people. Like, that's expensive.
That's really expensive.
Whereas this popping corn, $1.85 for 20 serves.
Which is like such good value. Kids love it, and you can like put sugar on it. You can put caramel on it. You can
drizzle honey and bake it. So make it sweet. You can make it savoury. Add a little bit of salt. But you know, if you're trying to save some coin on some snacks, you can't go past some popping corn, and the kids will love to make it.
Yeah, and you can make it like a frugal night in, a movie night. You know, some popcorn, dim the lights, sit up the sofa, like a really fun family treat. Like, it's so budget friendly. Susie, thank you so much for sharing everything with us as always. Please, everyone, make sure you go and follow Susie on Instagram. I will link the details below. But I have learned so much from you in following you and seeing you explain things in such a realistic, practical way. So thank you so much.
And post any of your own homemade healthy meals. We would love to see it and tag us in. And we'd love to share the love.
Thank you everyone for watching. Please make sure, of course, you are subscribed. You are following us both on Instagram. And I will see you next week for more financial inspiration, education, and motivation. Ciao for now.